Whew, alright, welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, welcome, hi. A little bit different, maybe this will help bring a little bit of color to the room. So this evening, Carly and I went out and did a little walk with one of our friends out in the lovely outdoors to search for woodcocks. If you don't know what a woodcock is, it's a tiny little bird that apparently loves to fly straight up in the air and then fly straight back down. And I say probably because I didn't get to see any today, but that's okay. So I'm recording this on Friday, May 1st. Yes, happy May to all of you guys. I am starting a new weekly vlog series here on the channel, and I want to start trying to document more of the little things in my day-to-day life, as well as my productions and that kind of stuff. But I'm going to tell you guys, May is going to be a busy month. So I would expect there's going to be a lot more videos at the desk than I would like, but I just have a feeling that I'm just going to have to make the videos that way and kind of talk about what's going on. And then hopefully when June hits, I can get back into more of a schedule with the vlog camera being broken out and stuff. But I'm not entirely sure at this moment what that looks like, at least not right now. The last handful of days, I've been shooting project after project after project after project. It has been quite a lot of stuff that I've been recording. So I have a lot of interview footage, not a lot of B-roll or a lot of really much of anything, but I mean literally probably just interview footage, and I have no behind the scenes footage to account for any of it. So I will put the actual interview setups here so you can see what it looks like, because I feel like now that I have my landline, actually I don't think I ever said that I got this, so I'll show you what I purchased. Recently I went ahead and I picked up, it's kind of hard to hold this microphone and this at the same time. I picked up a Nanlite 300B. I got this and something else. I got another softbox and some stuff, but I really wanted a longer, I'm going to leave the frame. I really wanted a longer, a larger light for my interviews, so I can light a little bit more for the background. So that was the whole kind of gist behind getting that. So I got that. I got another softbox, which is still in the box right down here, and something else that I can't remember at the moment. But I am gearing up to maybe make some purchases soon. I want to get a second FX30, and I'm going to be giving my Sony a6700 to Carly, since she's getting into bird photography, or birding and wildlife photography in general, really. And then I want to get my hands on an FX2. I would love to have an A7 IV. I would love to have an A7S III, and I would love to have an FX3, just to kind of round it all out and have a decent kind of kit of cameras. And I have to buy lenses, and there's a whole thing. But you'll see what happens over the next couple weeks. It's going to be pretty crazy, or I hope it's going to be a little crazy. I'm still going to sell a couple of my pieces of kit, some things I don't use, buy things I want to use, the whole 9 yards. So welcome to the video. I've been talking for 4 minutes, so who knows how much longer I'm going to talk for this whole week. I would love to bring you in and actually show you behind the scenes footage of this week, because I'm going to be shooting a bunch of stuff, including on Friday. I might strap myself up for behind the scenes footage because I'm going to be shooting commencement, and I'm also graduating. So it's kind of crazy. It's like a dual-edged sword for me. But I'll catch with you in a moment, because this intro's already too long, and I probably already lost you. Maybe a little bit, I don't know. Or if you're still here, welcome. Hello. So Carly and I, we came out to the wonderful, I don't even know if I can show, let me see if I can show you. There's a little, it only zooms in so far, but that right there is a Nittany lion.
What did you say?
It's called a Nittany lion.
Oh, that's not what I thought you said.
Today's too cold. Kind of looks like shit outside. So we didn't take any photos with Mackenzie. So I didn't get to use.
My nose.
I didn't get to use my fun little camera for the last time before I give it to Carly. Now we're going to dinner with my family. Cheers! This tracks Willow's eyes too, actually. Hello, hello, hello. I miss your eyes. All right, hello. Actually don't think I want this camera to be here because the more I think about it, this is the same angle as my last shot, so never mind. Oh, big yawns, Mr. Oh, big yawns, huh? Mr. Casper, huh? Huh? Say hi, Gigi. Say hi, Gigi. Alright, so I haven't given you guys an update on the cats in a while, so wanted to give you a little heads up, give you a little inkling that they're all still here and around. The only one that I can't seem to find right now is Yoshi, but he'll pop up eventually probably. So hello, nice to see you. It's a brand new day. Today is Sunday now, May 3rd. So we are rocking and rolling. Today I recorded my podcast, my final episode for my class project. And this marks the final week my final week as a college student, really. Or my final week as an undergraduate college student, which is kind of crazy to think about. It's also crazy to think that Carly and I have been living in this apartment or this place for almost a whole year now. Come July, it'll be a whole year that we've been living here, which is crazy. Time has flown by since we moved into this house. But this week, I have a lot of projects, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to do behind the scenes footage or not. We don't have a lot of help on them. But I have a bunch of stuff. I have 2 interviews tomorrow, Monday the 4th, and I have a walkthrough of the space, and I also have a little party thing for my graduation that my boss is throwing for us. And then Tuesday, I have at least 1, maybe 2 interviews again. Wednesday, I have some meetings, some things are up in the air. Thursday, we have some meetings and some things are up in the air. And then Friday is commencement. And I'm not walking, I'm actually shooting commencement again. Definitely probably won't have much stuff, to talk about within that vlog. And I might do a different vlog. I might cut the vlog before Friday, this one specifically, so that I can talk about that video project or talk about that in its own separate kind of video, because next weekend it's going to be pretty busy. But yesterday I didn't have a chance really to take photos of Mackenzie, my sister. There's a bunch of rain and it was cold, and so we just went out to dinner and had a decent little night, and so we're gonna have to reschedule the photo shoot for another time. But other than that, it was a nice day. I enjoyed myself. I can't complain. It's been a lovely start to May. It's a little cold start to May. But Carly is out right now doing birding, taking some bird photography. She's actually, like I mentioned, I'm going to give her my A6700 because it's a camera I don't really use now that I have the ZV-E1. And she's going to purchase me another FX30, and she's going to take my 6700, and I'm going to pay the difference so that I can have 2 cinema grade camera quality cameras. That was a mouthful of words. I just want 2 of them for now. I also have a plan to get a bunch of stuff. So I'm like planning out my camera buying purchases for the next like 6 months because I know exactly what I want and why. The next camera I want to get after this FX30 is an FX2 to round out my 3-camera kit for things like podcasting, and just to have a full frame cinema camera is great. And I want the FX3, but the FX2 is like half the price. And for the shoots that I do currently, it's the best deal on the market for me. Then after that, I would love to purchase the A7 IV. I would love to get a fully hybrid camera. The FX2 will be a great stand-in because it's essentially just the A7 IV, just with more cinema level stuff. It still has a mechanical shutter. But the A7 V, with its dual base at 800 and 8000, it's a great hybrid camera, and I really want one in my kit just to be able to do kind of anything and everything. Like the camera that I could pick up and take to do any job. If I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing, the A7 V can be packed in my bag. And I was going to get the A7 IV because it's only like 1500 used, but I'm not really future-proofing myself by getting that camera. So the FX2, which I already wanted to purchase, I was like, why am I getting two of essentially the same camera? So I decided to instead save a little bit more money, and I'm going to pick up the A7 V instead, even though that's like the price of another Tamron lens or whatever. I think in the long run it'll be more worth it for me to purchase that. And so I'll have two FX30s, an FX2 and an A7 V, and then I also at this point would love to get an A7S III as like my first step, because I love the sensor and the readout and everything of my ZVE1. I just wish it was a little bit more production friendly. It's not a great production camera. It overheats. It's a little bit too small, but it's a fantastic camera, and I love the sensor quality. So I want to get an A7S III, and I also want to grab the FX3, and I want both of those. I want like 2 camera kits of 3 cameras. One for like 3-camera interview podcast stuff, one for like run and gun, more, you know, other things. But I want to build out the 3-camera FX2, FX30 kit now, because they can kind of do everything I need while I start to build out the like larger scale full frame kit. Eventually maybe even getting an FX6 down the line. But I'm just trying to land some jobs and make all that happen. And again, I've been talking for about 5 minutes, and the rest of this video is going to be mostly just behind the scenes talking about my week. So if anything, I'll catch back up with you guys maybe on Wednesday and talk about how Monday, Tuesday went. And then maybe I'll launch right into the next video from there. I'm not sure yet, but I'm trying to get these out weekly now. I hope that you're enjoying yourself. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far today. I hope you're having a lovely start to your May. And let's get to it. Because also, if you didn't check out the last video, go check that one out, because it's talking a little bit why I think starting YouTube as a filmmaker or as someone in this space is super important to your growth and just allowing you to do fun and cool stuff. So, alright, that's it today. I gotta go edit and do a bunch of stuff, and I could do a bunch of B-roll of me doing those things, but I'll catch up with you later in the week. Once we actually sit down and talk about how the shoots tomorrow and Tuesday go. So, goodbye. Say goodbye, Gigi. Say goodbye, Gigi. Oh. Say goodbye, Gigi. I just realized I had animal autofocus on this whole time, so I hope it's focusing on my face. Okay, so I was gonna wrap up today's bit of the video, but I did some cleaning in here, and I feel like I need to revamp that desk. I don't know in what way. I don't know if I need like a bigger desk, but I always prefer coming into this room and sitting at this setup, which is like my gaming streaming setup. And so I'm not 100% sure if I need like this side of my desk over here to become like my editing desk, and then that side over there becomes something else, or what. This doesn't really work as an editing desk though, because it's only 4 feet long. I really need that extra like foot of length for just like my speakers, and I like being able to write on the desk, and there's just something about that desk over there that doesn't work for me. But there's also two other things that I wanted to chat about for about 2 seconds before I go and pick up some pizza for me and Carly. And we kind of watch TV and chill for the night before my lovely, crazy, whatever you want to call it, weekend, my week rather, starts. And I have this proposal that I've been working on for a project about downtown Pittsburgh that I have to get on paper. I have all the details written on the back of this post-it note. I don't want you to be able to read it at this moment because I'm making these videos pretty much as they come out. And two, I really need to sit down and figure out what my next steps are for the business and to finish up my schooling this week, because I have to get in a couple of projects before the semester is over. So there's a couple things I really need to focus in on, and that is editing and posting my podcasts, which I need to do later today after I hang out with Carly, and whatever it is for the other class. I have no idea. That class has been so all over the place. I have no clue what I really need to do to graduate or to finish it up. So I need to sit down with that, get everything in that needs to be got in, and tie up all the loose ends because I want to graduate. Alright, so I ordered the pizza about, 10 minutes ago. So I have about 10 minutes till the pizza is done. So I will leave this house in 10 minutes. There's too many things I need to get done and too many things I need to do. I'm also trying to decide if I want to buy a new camera backpack for like my personal days. My friend Lucas owns this backpack and he sent it to me a while ago, and I absolutely love the bag. And right now it's under $50. It's actually almost $40, and it's normally like almost $70. And to be honest, I think it would be great to just get a new backpack specifically for days when I go outside for like non-work related stuff. You know, like a backpack where I take like this camera, my ZVE1, and some of my other little fun trinkety things. And I don't know, we'll see how that goes. I'm not entirely sold that I want to buy it, but I know as soon as I decide I want to purchase it, it'll go back up to $70. So okay, I'm gonna finish this video at home, but I want to do a little debrief of the last couple days. I finished up my last class today, which I don't have any B-roll of or anything. I shared actually a vlog on this channel for my final project, which is cool. Let me go ahead and turn the air conditioning off for a moment. I say air conditioning, but this car actually doesn't have air conditioning. You can see all my production stuff in the background. We did 2 shoots this week. We were supposed to do 3 shoots this week. One of them got canceled. But this is going to be the end of this vlog. I'm ending these in weird segments. I'm trying to get used to like week to week vlogging. But yeah, it was a pretty successful week for shoots. It's a pretty successful week for kind of planning and getting things out the door and figuring out what kind of projects I'm trying to work through. And I may have a potential sponsor lined up for a shoot that I really want to do here in Pittsburgh. So definitely a lot of stuff going on for me. But we got to go home. It's about 4 o'clock. I want to eat some food. I want to hang out with Carly and enjoy myself. And tomorrow I have a meeting with Paul and commencements on Friday, because again I'm graduating, but I'm actually not walking, I'm working it because I want to have fun with my friend and shoot something with him. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff coming up, and so I'm going to debrief once I get home, because I think it's it's a better place to do that with you guys. But yeah, not too bad, not too shabby of a week, Like I just mentioned a few seconds ago for you and a few hours ago for me, I just want to debrief about the week and just, kind of just talk a little bit about the fact that in a handful of days, actually today was my final class of my college career, which is an interesting place to be right now. And today I got a proposal out for a project, and I got a couple of things that are kind of out and about, and I'm really excited to see, like, what does that mean for me? Because I feel like I'm on the cusp of my next kind of venture in my next journey. And that's like really how it feels right in this moment, which I'm fairly excited about, but I have to make sure that I can capitalize on those things as they come up. And so I've been trying to formalize, like, what is Pit Stop Studios? How does my friend Wayne fall into it? How does my friend Paul fall into it? How does some other people fall into it that I've been trying to work with? Like a couple of the younger kids, the students that I've been working with that I really like, how do I incorporate them into this business as well? And so the last couple days and the really last week as well, where I didn't get a lot of behind the scenes footage, but I have a lot of like talking head interview kind of stuff. I want to take these projects to the next step. Not just do interviews and then put photos over top of them, but do interviews and then go shoot B-roll and like really make these things something cool and interesting. So that's like step number 2. And I have a handful of projects and personal things that I'm going to be working on. And in the next video, you'll get to meet Paul probably, and just a handful of other things are going to happen within the next probably month or two. You'll see like probably a drastic change from now. Today I'm recording this, it is May 5th to, I would say, July 5th. Probably the next 2 months are going to be a drastic change. And I want to document that every single week. I'm going to get better at doing this and just recording things as much as I can. So yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for coming along this ride with me on this lovely week, just documenting my life and talking about production. Each week I'm hoping I will get more and more into the weeds, but for now, this is where we're at, and I'm just glad you're here watching. So if you're So I hope you had a wonderful rest of your day. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to make sure all my paperwork is in order and continue to transfer footage so I can start working on my reel that I can post to my website, which still doesn't have a landing page or anything yet because I don't know. I just need to find time to really work on it, and I don't only have so many hours in the day after I get home from work to do it. So with that being said, I will catch you back here in the next video. Next Sunday, 9 a.m. sharp. Every single Sunday, I'm going to be uploading a video to the channel. Even if it's just a sit-down video like this, or if it's a vlog, it's going to be happening. So I'll catch you in the next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Goodbye.